What is up, Mav fans and hoop heads? Wish everyone good vibes out there. I'm AG, your host. Welcome on into another episode of Mavs Rundown. Appreciate you all for listening. And good night. Obviously, Mavs take on the fully healthy Blazers at home, and Mavs come away with a dub, 130 to 110. Good, nice little blowout fashion. Perfect because we play a back-to-back tomorrow, which I'll get to later. But this is great because the fourth quarter was all garbage time, man. So great stuff by the Mavs tonight, led by our two 30 point per game guys, LUKA and CWOOD. This was their best game together by far as Mavericks together, both dropping 30 and just blowing out the fully healthy and doing really well in the West Portland Trailblazers. And Mavs even played. I'll get into the recap, but man, Mavs were even with Portland hitting tough shots, Mavs were doing their thing. But let me go ahead and get to the rundown real quick of this game for those of y'all that missed it. So obviously, if you didn't know, no Maxey because he actually tore his hamstring at practice on Tuesday, so he's gonna be out for like 6 to 8 weeks, and we don't know if that's because it's just the hamstring or also he was having like a knee issue too before that. So we don't know. Maybe it's both of those combined. So who knows? But anyway, he's out at least like 6 to 8 weeks. So big time. Not panic mode, but definitely up the meter and what is the word I'm looking for? They gotta have some type of I cannot think. I am brain farting on the word I wanted, but urgency. There we go. They have to have urgency because missing Maxey, who we all know is a great 3-and-D guy, shooter that can also guard like a wing and guard some post players. So it's like a really great Swiss Army knife that we have on our team. So him being out is pretty big. So maybe the Mavs make a move somewhat sooner than what we think. The December 15th deadline or December 15th date just passed, and that was when a lot of at least like I think it was like 80% of the league, 80 to 90% of the league is available for trade now. So now it basically December 15th started trade season. So it has started. So who knows? Mavs out there talking. Of course, we've all heard the rumors and whatnot. Also in this game, we also had Josh Green still out. Hopefully he'll be back soon. And Bertans was also out. And again, as I said, Trailblazers were fully healthy. Had Anthony Simons, Damian Lillard, Nurkic, Jeremy Grant. They had all the guys. Josh Hart. They had all their dudes, and Mavs able to pull out and blow out fashion. This is awesome. All right, let me get to the rundown. Anyway, getting all hyped about it. Okay, so the first one, the stars came to play. Lillard and LUKA were also just hitting shots. Lillard had like a 4-point play he hit. LUKA, of course, doing his first quarter type thing. Also, role guys on both teams were stepping up. And essentially, like the next guys up on their teams were stepping up. Like on their side, they had Nurkic and Grant stepping up in the quarter with 9 and 7. And on our team, we had Tim had 9 in the first, CWOOD had 5, and Spencer had 5. So our other guys were stepping up. That was good to see. And the Blazers ended up being up by 132 to 31 at the end of one. LUKA hit a 3 right up with like 1 second left at the end of the first. It was pretty cool to give us some momentum because he usually sits out the beginning of the second. So gave us some momentum. That was pretty cool. Also note the end of the first. I had to switch up in the middle of this of the quarter and had to listen to the Trailblazers broadcast for a minute before the next dead ball or timeout the commercial to switch back. And bro, they're just some fucking haters, like for real. Like if you ever Portland Trailblazers fans, I hope y'all know y'all got some fucking hater ass broadcast fans or broadcast guys. I was listening to them and they were trying to say that LUKA was carrying on the post that he had. Like, I'm not surprised LUKA didn't get that foul. He carried on that post. Like, dog, get your ass out of here. All right, moving forward. I just had to note that they're weak. And I've heard that before, that Trailblazers broadcasts weren't good, especially the opposing. They're pretty weak about that. So uh, good to get it back on to our Valley Sports guys. They kill it. Anyway, second quarter, Frank starts it off with a couple of threes. It was pretty nice. He hit the first three to start the quarter, then he hits another three a little bit later on. Doing great work. CWOOD was just starting to eat. It was a CWOOD takeover quarter, man. He had even showing it on defense. Grant drove on, I think might have been Tim or someone on the baseline. Then he tried to go reverse and see what helped defense. Boom, timed it perfectly. Had a great block on Grant on a reverse layup. I feel like it was just showing some growth that he's learning where to be on defense, and it's starting to all come together. And this was just again a great game overall by CWOOD too, not just offensive but defensively. He was doing this. He was doing pretty well. Anyway, moving forward, but yeah, it was a CWOOD takeover. It was pretty nice. What else? He was eating over Nurkic, of course, all quarter. Anytime he got the ball against Nurkic, man, he was like, "Oh, this dude, all right, I got this dude." And yeah, the and one step back jumper on him. Of course, he was driving it on him. It was dope. Mavs had like a 12-0 run. Mavs were up like 46-34 with 8 minutes left. And then right after that, some more CWOOD takeover. Mavs playing tough defense too, but give credit to Trailblazers because they got guys that just hit tough shots, man, all over the court. Mavs were forcing really tough shots, but give credit to them. They can just knock them down. That's kind of what they do. But hey, give credit. But it's because it's crazy. We scored 72 points. It was halftime. It was 72-63. So we're up good, but it's like, damn, we gave up 63 points. But hey, they were hitting some tough shots, and it's crazy to say we're playing good defense, but we kind of were. They were just hitting some really tough jumper dudes with like contested jumpers and stuff. But Mavs again just really taking it away with their shooting, doing really good. Halftime, LUKA had 23 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. CWOOD had 20 points, 4 rebounds. On their side, Lillard had 21. The third, this is where the blowout started. We go basically on the 21-5 run in the beginning of the third, or at some point right there in the third. At the beginning, 90, and we'll go up 95-70. Then the LUKA and CWOOD show just continued that quarter, alley oops and hitting them on. CWOOD still doing his thing. LUKA doing his thing, hitting threes on people, slam dunking. He had a fucking dunk on this, which if you haven't seen, it's already popped up on my phone from ESPN talking about a LUKA dunk. So if you haven't seen by now, man, go look that up. He had a pump fake at the top of the key, fake pass to the left, drove right down the middle, just went straight up for a tomahawk slam, just cocked it back and dunked right on Eubanks. It was pretty crazy. And then at the end of the third, man, it was 110-85. LUKA had 33, 6 and 9. CWOOD had 29 and 10. Tim had 17. Spence had 11. And fourth quarter, again, as I said, was garbage time. And CWOOD ends up finishing this game with 32 points, 12 rebounds. He has 2 blocks to go along with that, and he was very efficient for the night. 11-17 from the field, 8-10 from the free throw line. Only 2 of 7 from 3, but hey, that's a couple threes. That's still pretty good. Had a plus 19 for the night. Just really good stuff from CWOOD and his 30 minutes of action. Hope to see more of it, and hopefully he can see J Kidd leans on it more because definitely going to need him more coming up. And of course, the boy wonder LUKA, 33 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists, doing his thing. Very efficient too. 11 of 18 from the field, 5 of 9 from 3, 6 of 7 from the free throw line. Good to see all these guys knocking down. We were 84% from the line tonight. Good stuff. We shot 41% as a team from 3, 55% from the field. Great stuff by just all around the whole team. Tim Hardaway stepping up with his 17 points tonight. 7 to 10 from the field, 2 or 3 from 3, hitting some middies to start the game too because they weren't giving up the 3, so he was taking the dribble and hitting his mid-range jumpers. In rhythm. Everything just looked really good. Wish Dodo would have hit some 3. He still had 6 points. He hit 2 of them. Missed 4. But I want him to stay confident, keep shooting. I hope he knows that. Like we definitely trust him to keep making shots because he can catch fire like a mug. Uh, anyway, moving on. Dwight Powell notes on this. He went out of the game with a thigh contusion. So don't know any more about that. Y'all probably know more about it at this time than me. But hopefully it's not too long. If not, if he is out for a little bit, then definitely, hopefully the Mavs either got to get on some type of trade or pick up somebody because that's definitely gonna hurt. But good to see CWOOD pick up that slack. And Reggie Bullock came in, at least hit a three. Didn't only 1 of 4 from the field, 1 of 3 from three. But hey, still was a plus 16 his minutes. Good defense by him, still stepping it up. I think he knows it's about to his timing is about to come around. He's about to become a flamethrower. So he's just gonna stay in rhythm, keep do everything. He actually had 3 assists too, going along with his night, which don't see a whole lot from him, but he did good on that, swinging the ball. Had some Kimball Walker minutes even early in this game. I forgot what quarter he came in, but he came in too. I saw Frank in, and I'm like, oh man, we're just gonna run with some Frank more. But no, we ran Kimba in there too, and he did pretty well running the offense. Didn't score a whole lot. Ends up with 6. I think he had made a shot in garbage time, but still, good stuff from him. Hope to see a little bit more from him moving forward. But hey, with the way Frank Ntilikina, which shout out to him, I'm about to move forward to him. He played pretty well tonight in 28 minutes. 8 points, 3 rebounds, and assists on 3 of 4 shooting, 2 of 3 from 3-point line. Like if he plays like that, hey man, I'll let you take some of those minutes. Played great defense. His length did really good. I think he was guarding. Came in and he was really on, I think it was Simon, so his length really helped bother him and stuff like that. Of course, if he can contribute on offense, then by all means, I want him out there. But he hasn't been so consistent on offense. So it's just, we can't have somebody that's just a super negative, especially at a guard spot out there that can't shoot. So good to see him show improvement. Hopefully we see more of this moving forward. JaVale McGee was really bad in his minutes. It's so sad to see that, like, someone that, I know not everyone liked the signing, but someone that I at least thought that it would be a good signing. Like, he would give us something like some of this, like, 10 minutes or 12 or something, or even in his 7 minutes that he got, it would do it well. But man, he's just not looking so well. I don't know if he's still got to play himself into shape or what, but yeah, man. That's looking rough. Good to see Jaden Hardy and Theo Pinson get in at the end, especially Jaden Hardy, man. He finished with 6 points in his 7 minutes. 3 of 5 from the field. Had a couple. His layups were nice. Had a reverse one and one the high off the glass bank in layup. It's pretty nice. So good to see that. A little Victor cigar is in Jaden Hardy. So good stuff by the Mavs tonight. Just solid overall in this blowout. Stuff that you want to see moving forward. Hopefully it continues. Spencer only 13 points. 1 rebound, 4 assists. He was 4-7, 3 of 6. Very efficient, but again, I guess you need to have another guy to see what's scoring 30. You need him to step up, but again, I would love to see Spencer also get him almost a 20 piece in every game, at least a 15. Give me at least a 15 in his type of in the role that he has. But Tim stepped it up. He had 17. Pretty good stuff. So good scoring by the Mavs. This is the recipe of how we're going to have to get wins moving forward, especially with the guys out that we got and the team that we have, the roster we have right now. So hopefully the Mavs continue this and they move forward and they go and get our rematch on, because Cleveland also won tonight. I looked that up. They also won tonight. So rematch tonight. If you're listening to this tomorrow on a Saturday, rematch tonight. They're traveling to Cleveland, and it's at 7 o'clock. So be ready to check that one out. Hopefully, the LUKA comes in and gets some revenge on their court and fucks them up. But because then after that, we go to Minnesota. The guys are gonna be in Minnesota for extended time because we play them on Monday and Wednesday, and it's both games at Minnesota. Those back-to-backs to help. It's a new scheduling going around the NBA to help, with travel instead of them traveling all the time. Going to Minnesota, just throw it back to back. Go ahead, get it out the way. which I like at the time. It's like a little, again, mini playoff series like we just had with Cleveland. Like, we wouldn't be so, like, oh, man, I'm ready to beat Cleveland. We didn't just play them, and all of a sudden we lost them. Now we're like, all right, yeah, let's go kick Cleveland's ass. And so I kind of like it. So, again, we got back-to-back against Minnesota. Then at least we come back home to Texas, and we're going to play at Houston before coming home for 3 games. So get ready for a nice little road trip. Hopefully the Mavs come out on top and can weather the storm before the Christmas Day game against the Lakers. So, especially with Maxey out, Josh Green's still out, Bertans out. Let's see the Mavs continue. Hopefully this whole LUKA CWOOD thing continues because, man, it's fire. They were running the actual pick and roll. Like, who would have thunk it? Like, if they run the pick and roll together, like, it would be amazing. And they did it perfectly tonight. There were alley-oops, great just pass for layups, just, kicking for 3, like everything you wanted to see in Porzingis type matchup, appearing. It was kind of there, and he did even well on the defensive end tonight. So good stuff. Hopefully we carry this momentum, move forward against Cleveland, don't show up flat. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I got. Y'all go ahead, check that one out. And y'all, if you want to follow on Twitter, it's at Mavs_rundown. This Mavs Rundown podcast is free on YouTube and also on Spotify. I'm AG. Thanks for listening. Remember, cool heads prevail, and I'll see y'all next time on the Mavs Rundown.